sweet friends, welcome to the Art Cake Experience channel. I'm Christina and I'm so glad to be back here with you face to face. It's been a couple of hectic months and I haven't had the chance to take care of the channel as much as I could, but I'm going to show you why. I've been working on a piece because I did participate on a Cake International competition at Birmingham, UK this year, my first time. It was quite an experience. A lot of things happen. If you listen to my podcast, I will be leaving the links here below. The Art Cake Coach podcast, in case you don't know, I do have a podcast where I share a lot of things about the cake world. And in the podcast, I tell all the story about it, from the airline losing my luggage for a day and a half to the support of my friends because I didn't have my luggage and my tools to work, demoing, participating in the cake competition, going to the cake awards gala, and finally getting a bronze for my piece that I will be showing here. Let me just lower the camera because I have here, this is my little girl, okay? This is inspired by an illustration by an artist called Vlad Moran, and I just love the attitude of the piece. Let me show you this a little bit. I love the attitude of the little girl and all the story that is there in this small piece. And I got bronze, as you can see. I got a bronze for my first ever participation. I had a great feedback from the judges. I have it right here. And it was very accurate actually, because most of the issues had to do with the time that I spent in some of the details and the time that let me just cut this up a little bit. In some parts, I really took care of details because I had more time. Towards the end, when I was doing the little girl, I rushed, so the details were not as accurate as it should have been, so it was great. But in the overall design concept and wow factor, out of 20, I got 19, which is, for me, it's great. I'm really happy with the results. Very fair feedback from the judges, and I'm really happy because actually my expectations were very low, and we're going to do a podcast about expectations. My expectations was really low. I was just hoping not to get either disqualified or maybe not being able to get any score for my piece. So getting a bronze, I thought I was going to get a merit, but getting a bronze was amazing. So we're going to keep going up. So I have 3 more years. So silver and gold, there you go. 2 more years. Now what happened is this piece, I was very careful taking the piece over to Birmingham, even though it did get damaged a little bit and I couldn't repair it because all my tools and all my sugar paste was in the luggage that got lost. So the judges did mention some pieces here. Let me just show you about here in her hair. This was a bit flat. It got flat during the taking of the piece over there, and it damaged the skirt here in the back also. So, and I could not repair that, and I just put it on the table as it was and said, well, this is what we got. But coming back, it got even worse. So as you can see, she used to have star here on her wand. She lost a hand, poor little thing. The bow, I managed to glue the bow again, but it gets a little bit crushed. And also here underneath, let me show you here. I don't know if you can see it there. I'll bring it up. The giraffe lost an ear. So what I'm going to do today, so we can start this, we can start moving this YouTube channel. Let me just, sorry about my hand. This is great. I'm just awesome at this. So what I want to do is to share with you the process of me repairing the piece and talking a little bit about the story behind this adventure. What an adventure. So I just want you to accompany me, to be here with me, and to see how I repair this little girl, because she has a special place right there in the shelf. I already cleaned that shelf for her, and I just want to share this with you guys, with my community. So stay tuned, stay here with me, and check out how I repair my piece after coming back from a cake competition. Okay guys, so I'm going to start with a yellow. I'm using, of course, as always, because I use it for all my peas, Saracino pasta model. This is open, but this is Saracino pasta model. I was demoing for them on Cake International on Sunday, which was an amazing experience. I mean, I love teaching, so that's what I enjoy the most. This competition part, that was that was stressful, but the teaching part was awesome. So I'm going to use Saracino for the ear of, I'm going to start with the ear of the giraffe. I'm just going to lower the camera here so you can see what I'm going to do. So the ear, this ear of the giraffe got lost somewhere in my luggage. I'm just going to add this little piece of sugar paste there for the ear. While I do this, I would love to talk to you about the whole experience. And if you have any questions about how to participate or when to participate on a cake competition, of course, I will be talking about this here, but I will recommend you to please go and check out the episode that I have on my podcast, leaving the links here below, with Miriam Pearson. She gave us a master class of participating on a cake competition because she's a pro. She's been doing that for a long time, and she gave us all the details on how to enroll, how to pack your things, what to take with you. The repair kit that was supposed to come in my luggage and it never showed up. So all of that, let me just move it here. All of that is in the podcast. However, I can share a little bit of the details with you here today. I did participate. This is the small exhibit. Let me just measure. This is too big. The small exhibit category. So you have several categories. You go into the Cake International webpage, right? And in there, you're going to find many categories that you can participate from. So I decided to go for the small exhibit. Very simple, because it was easier to carry on the plane. I live in Lisbon, in Portugal, and I needed to take a plane. I actually ended up taking 2 planes, and that's why my luggage got lost on the way, right? And I knew that I had to make a piece that it was easier for me to carry. However, I do have friends, and if you're watching, bless your heart, you're brave, you're my heroes. I have friends that have taken big, huge pieces and on the plane with them, and even Anna from Portugal, she took, I think, was between 9 or 11 competition pieces for her and her kids. It's like, okay, that's another game. That's something that I won't, I don't think I will do anytime soon. But if you feel like it, go ahead. I mean, the rush of competing, it is tiring, I have to say. It is very stressful, but when it's all over, it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding. So I do recommend it, even though I said I won't compete anymore. Probably I need to stop and take a minute and pause and get out of the stress of participating. But I probably will do it again. And I probably will do a small piece again. So this is the small exhibit category. It's supposed to be all edible, all covered. The judges look for a story, a wow factor, a 360 piece. The pieces that won gold were amazing. I have to say the level, it's wow. And one of the positives about participating is that you really see, because we work alone, we work at home, and we don't compare ourselves to anyone. So we got the chance to see everything from up close, the detail, the cleanliness of other people's work, all of that. And it inspires you. It really inspires you. So like I said, this was a small exhibit that I participated in. The board must be all covered as it was. All the pieces had to have a 360, so you will see it from everywhere. Even though it came out of an illustration that I will show you in a minute, I had to figure it out all the back by myself because the illustration was 2D, was just front. So I had to figure out the back because it had to be a 360 piece. And actually the judges liked the giraffe. They did like the giraffe a lot. So now that I glued the ear, I'm going to proceed. One of the judges' critique was about the socks of the little girl, that they were not defined, and they were absolutely correct, because one of the things that happened is I was carrying the little girl apart on another box, and by handling it to put it back and forth, I smushed the socks and they lost their definition. So I'm going to do some socks again. The skirt became quite damaged in the back, but to remove the skirt, I will have to remove the whole girl, and it gives me a lot of work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it like that. Just cut the little, or trim the pieces that are a bit crooked or broken, and that's it. I'm just going to place it like that because it has a lot of things going on underneath, and I'm I'm not in the mood to change the whole thing, but I will change the socks. I managed to rescue the bow, and I will do again her hand. The good thing is it was a clean cut, so I will place the hand again and maybe give her a bracelet, and of course the little star. I'll be right back because I'm going to look for the original illustration so you see how it turned out. Let me show you. This is the actually this is it. This is the original illustration here that I took my inspiration from. As you can see, let me put it next to each other. The little girl had to have, let me just move this up a bit. Okay, so the little girl had to have some changes because of height, transportation. I just want to give her a different flair than this one, and the star had to be a little bit not so upwards because we had a height restriction, so I had to take care of that as well. But the lower part is pretty much the same. I just omit the ball that I put in the back underneath the sheets and the blankets, and of course there's no back, as you can see, because this is 2D. So all of the things that you see in the back came from me. So I made a giraffe, some cubes, the pillow, the ball is hidden here, and you have some more blankets in the back. Then what I did was, in the process, is I gave her color, so I will know more or less what colors to use. Last minute decision was to change the top because there was too much color going on when I did it on the, here it looks good, but when I did it on the sugar paste, there was too much going on, and I decided to leave it white to match the underskirt and the socks. Also here, there's no underskirt, but I decided to put her, to give her some flair and some underskirt in there. So this is the process, and I will be sharing here in this video at the end. I have pictures from all the process since I started until the last detail. So, and I'm going to do a time lapse of that, so you will see how the process goes. It always goes from down to upwards, so you start building layers of your design. Okay, so I found the white sugar paste that took me a little bit to find, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her an extra pair of socks. I'm going to put some warmers on top of her, of this part here, because that was one of the judges' critique, and they were absolutely right. When I made them originally, you will see in the process pictures, when I made them originally, it was very well defined, very well, it had a texture, but from moving it up and down and fixing the shoes and fixing the little girl, it just lost its shape. So one thing to take in account for next time, if I am competing next time, I promise my friends that I won't. The best experience for me was teaching, definitely teaching. I had the chance to be in the Saraceno stand for on Sunday for about 4 hours, just talking to people and teaching. We were all so tired and hangover from the gala the day before, but it made my day. It made my day. It actually helped me not to fall asleep because I was talking to people and sharing with them and talking about the product that I really like. Saraceno is a great paste, and it's my go-to when I have piece or competition piece, or even for my clients, it's my go-to for modeling. This is cornstarch that I'm just going to add here so it won't stick to the mat. Okay. And now we're going to need our, it's a cutter or the roller, just to cut. I'm leaving it actually a little bit thick because I want to give some texture to the socks. I'm gonna cut this in half and just cut the round edges that we don't need to. And let me just measure how much we need. It's actually like half of this, or 2/4 of this. Great. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this without damaging this. That will be, that's gonna be quite challenges, especially because I'm working towards the camera, because I want you guys to see it, right? I might have to turn the piece around, and I'm just going to give the texture that got lost on the grabbing of this doll to put it up and down. So I'm just going to do first like the top of the socks here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to put it here. Lower this even more. So this would be like the top of the sock, where I'm just going to add some upper stripes like this. You know where the elastic band of the sock is, the rubber, right? So I'm just going to do this, and then this is a stitch marker. With the stitch marker, I'm just going to do some stitches up to give her some definition or some texture to it. Great. That's what it looked originally, but it was real thing. And it got lost from the handling. Okay, now I'm going to turn it backwards. I'm sorry, but I just need to check this out. And actually, I'm gonna need to cut it a little bit more because it's quite big. Where's the white? Here. It was fun, guys. It was really fun. If you were there and you're watching this, please let me know so I can say hello on the comments below. And if you were not on Cake International this weekend, it is worth it. If you can do it, just go ahead, compete and be part of this experience, because it is beyond amazing. It is absolutely wonderful. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is cut the X's in the back. My piece is not going to look too great in the back, but it's going to be inside of a shelf. So I'm just going to not pay too much attention to these details here. Okay, and just go and try to glue this in the back, but at least from the front, it would look amazing. It would look better than it was, right? Okay, let me just glue this. She's losing parts of the underskirt. Okay, so we have a thicker warmer here, and I'm going to proceed to do the second one and then the hem. Okay, so now that the warmers are set, they got of course they end up being a little bit thick than it was in the original design. She's moving too much. I have to glue her again. I'm going to proceed to do the hand. So one of the most important things when you travel with a piece, a competition piece to anywhere, by car, by plane, by whatever, is take a repair kit. The repair kit should contain basic tools, glue, if you're doing flowers, of course, you're going to have extra petals and you have to have wire, anything structural that you might need in order to repair. In my case, for example, I brought some extra Lego pieces and extra cubes, the little ones, just in case I had to cover any flaws very quickly, because the design allowed me to do that. And of course, the paste in the colors of a little bit of paste in the colors of the pieces of your composition that you think might broke. So if in my case, I'm sorry about the mess here in the side. Oops, something like that. There you go. It's okay. In my case, in this design, what I did is I look at it at the, let's say, the weaker points in here. So the ear of the bunny, these little hands here of the paws of these animals, this blanket here, because it was on top, could have broken. What else? The base, so I had brown paste, of course, the skirt, all of her, I mean, I have spaced in case any of this damage. I actually had an extra arm with the one already wired, already ready, just to remove this one and put the other one. I didn't have to use it, thank goodness. This paste is actually a blend of, it's a purple paste or lavender that I painted using two different kinds of dust. So I also brought the dust and the diluter for that, and brushes. All of that was in count. And always, if you're using skin color, if you're making a doll or something that has a specific skin color, save the same tone, because when we make the skin color, if you use it already from the package, it's easier. But I like to add different tones to the skin tone, because, for example, Saracino has where do I have it? Saracino has a skin tone pasta, but it's quite light, and I like it to be more to the pink side. So what I do is, with this base, I add a little bit of ivory and a little bit of pink, and that way I get this, but just to drop, and that way I get this tone. Of course, you can later paint it or give it some shadows using dust, but in my case, I like to have that skin tone. So I save the skin tone that I use for the doll, because imagine you have to repair it over there and you place another hand like I'm going to do right now. The judges will see the different skin tone and they will know it was broken, it's a different piece. In this case, this just goes to the shelf, so it's fine, but I did save the skin color. So now I'm going to lower this. Okay, there you go. And I have to say thank you to the Vanilla Valley Cake and Kitchen Equipment Company, because I bought this amazing mat that has all the measurements and all of the things that I need for either a square cake, a round cake. It sits under my table. It's not moving. I'm not fixing it with anything, and it has a great surface to work. So I'm not sponsored by them, but I just bought it and I love it. And as I always say here on my channel, I share with you the products that are good and that I like to use. I can leave the links here in the description for this product as well. This is new. This is one of my new toys that I just bought on the fair. So I'm just going to need this paste because it's really hard. This has been away for a little while since I made the girl. And now I have to do, I'm going to do her hand. Thank good it was just a clean cut. So I'm going to, the arm was not that damaged. I mean, it is not perfect, but it is not that damaged. So I'm going to just do a hand, and I'm going to give her a bracelet. Actually, at Cake International, the original design didn't have any bracelets, but at Cake International, I had to give her a bracelet because it was starting to break. I could see the fence in there, and I was like, I'm not going to take my chances. I'm just going to give her a bracelet. And it looked good. It looked good. It looked like as a part of the design. So for the hand, let me just take a pause, and because usually what happens with the hands is we have to be careful where our thumbs are. Our thumbs are always in, but if the hand is out, the thumb is outside. In this case, her hand is like this, so the thumb goes inside. How many times it happens that I do hand is perfect and then it's the wrong hand. So thumb in. I'm just going to press here. See? Okay. So from there, I have more or less the size of the hand. Let me measure that it's okay. It's a little bit big. So I'm just going to make it smaller. I'd rather start big and make it smaller than going too small. Now with an X-Acto knife, I'm just going to do an angle cut, just like this for the thumb, right? For the thumb in here. I get quiet. It's weird that I get quiet. I like to speak. And let me just, okay, lower this here. Also, if the thumb, if you see that you have too much paste and it gets too thick, it's better to push it out and cut it and round it again than just give her too much of a long finger, okay? And now, what I do now is I divide this in half, and then in half, and I have my little fingers, her little fingers, not mine. Then I just very carefully start rounding it, okay? So I just tap it to round it in the top, and then go like this to round it here. Okay, there you go. This one is too big, so I'm just going to remove what we don't need. She had such a pretty hand. It's a shame that it got damaged and lost. Okay, so the palm is this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press here underneath, just to give her that round movement, right? Let me place the fingers the way I want them. This has to be a little bit longer because this is not the thumb. The thumb is the other one. And this has to be a little bit longer. Okay, let me make the thumb a little bit thicker and out. Okay, so we have another little hand that I'm just going to cut around here. It's not perfect, it's not the original one, but it will do. It will work. Let me measure it. If it's too, I think it's a little bit big, so I'm going to make it smaller. Okay, just on the base, what I do is I just push the base down, make it smaller. Now some glue in here. Sorry if I'm not showing it. I just want to make sure it is the right size. Okay. I'm gonna try to blend it a little bit with the arm here. Sorry if I'm not showing it right now. Let me just give her some movement. Okay. Maybe more to the side. Okay. There you go. And now what I'm going to do is, it's different when you have to place a hand that is not, doesn't belong to that arm. I like to do the whole arm together with the hand because it has a better chance to look, you know, to look good, to look like it's part of it. But hey, what we're gonna do, I just don't want to leave her without a hand. So to cut the bracelet, I just rolled out a thicker piece of white sugar paste. And to make clean cuts, I love to use blades of X-Acto knives because that way I will have an even and a clean cut of what I want. I'll put it away because there have been accidents sometimes. Hello my friends, so we are back now that the hand is set. Like I said, it's not the perfect hand, but it does it. She's not without any, okay? I'd rather do it together with the arm, so I have a full a whole set of hand. Actually, is a little bit bigger than the other one, but it's okay. It will be holding and she will be beautiful on the shelf. Now, the other thing that got damaged was the star. For the star, I'm going to use an ejector cutter, okay, and some yellow sugar paste or modeling paste. This piece is all made with Saracino modeling paste. All of it. There's nothing else actually. It's all Saracino modeling paste. They come in different colors, many colors to choose from. And if you don't have any, like I did here, I used the white. I tinted with the lavender color and then I painted with this shiny luster. So you can achieve many results even from your white paste. I'm not going to roll it too thin. It's actually going to be thick because I want a big fat star on the top. And I'm going to use the biggest one that we have. Okay. Just a little bit of glue. Where is my glue? Oops, sorry about that. Here's my brush. Okay. Just a little bit of glue in here. And I'm going to paint it after it's set, so I don't put my fingers on top of the paint. And this one will go something like this. I just want to make sure all the little pieces of the stars are out. There you go. And for this, I'm going to be using Il Punto Italiana or Oro Reale. This is their already made gold paint. I love it. It was a giveaway last year from a cake collaboration and I still use it. And this year we were so lucky that they gave us the bronze one for on the gift bag of the Cake Masters Awards Gala. We got a beautiful gift bag and this was in it. And originally it was gold, but since she got bronze, I'm going to paint it with the bronze one this time because in honor of her win. And this color is gorgeous. If you could, let me just show it here to you. Is a beautiful, look at this shine. It's a gorgeous color. I'm already thinking for like a steampunk thing, this will be absolutely perfect. So her star is going to be bronze. Oh, beautiful, love it. If you do the bronze, just a tip, because I have done quite a few pieces with, let me turn it around. See the shine there? Oh, nice. I have done quite a few pieces with, actually there's one here in the back, this one. It's a steampunk. And if you want to get this rustic luster with bronze, use the base should be black sugar paste, not white. If you use black in there, the shine will like triplicate. Instead of using white, you get a little bit lost in the white one. Okay, so she got a bronze star. Let me just do the sides, see if it's okay. I think in this side she will need yeah, she has some yellow in here. So she has a bronze star in honor of her bronze medal that she got on Cake International. Isn't she lovely? Finally, what I want to do, this was not on the script, but one of the judges' critiques was that the hair was a bit flat So I want to give her some hair here on the top. So I'm gonna take some of the black sugar paste from Zargino. It's funny because when you use the Saracino paste, when it comes out of the bag, it's grayish. Look at this. It's like not shiny and grayish. And when you start kneading it, I'm going to show you, it gets so shiny. I mean, it's amazing. So I'm going to use this one for the hair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out very, very thin hairs here and place them on the top of her hair right here, directly with my X-Acto knife. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see it. It's like nothing in there, but it will make the whole difference. If I just with my Dresden tool, we can do anything with a Dresden tool, can we? Okay, so she will have some hair up where the judges saw that there was too flat. In his true, it was flat. It was not like that originally, but with the coming and going and the manipulation and everything, it just got a little bit flat. There you go. Maybe some to the front. That would have made a difference. Actually, it does make a difference. It gives her so much movement. So much movement that judges are right, as they should be. That's why we are competing. Some people were not happy with the results, but I understand it's a lot of work involved. There's a lot of time and effort and money involved in these things. And you get frustrated with, you wanted a different result. You get frustrated. For me, it was totally the opposite. It was like, yeah, I got something. I always tell my friends, they laugh at me because they say, I wouldn't be happy with a lollipop. I mean, they give me a lollipop and I will be like, yay, I got a lollipop from the judges. So, yeah. For me, it was awesome. First experience. Maybe I'll be more competitive next time. And also with all the problems with my bags, I was like, I just want my bags back. Whatever gives me the competition is fine. Okay, so she has a few more hairs on the top. Awesome. Some of the hair here broke as well and it got damaged, and that is sad. So I'm going to give her a few curls on the back. And like I said, stay tuned at the end of the video because I will be showing you the whole process. Just move this. The whole behind the scene process of, so I'm going to just do some curls like this and place it here in the back just to cover some of the broken ones. See, more volume in here. Here also I have some broken ones. I'm going to do the same. And I'm gonna stop, grabbing her because she's losing so much of the skirt right now. The skirt got really damaged. The tips of the skirt. Okay, so there you go. She has a little bit more hair on top. And what I want to do is with the small scissors, I'm just going to trim the parts of the skirts that are not very good. Maybe to the back. Yeah, I got really damaged here, but it's okay. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. You know, that happens. You overwork it and you end up making it worse. That's the story of my life. I don't know if it happens to you. And with this, we finish the repairment of the little girl. We need a name for her. She's so full of energy. She had a purple skirt, just like me. I had a purple dress on Cake Award, Cake Masters Award, so I had to give her something purple. Let me show it to you here. So there she is. I hope that you like it. She's special to me. She's definitely special to me. Is my first ever competition. Well, not my first ever competition because I did compete in Italy last year, but it's my first cake international competition, and she will always be treasured in my heart. So thank you for staying with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here today, helping me repair the piece for Cake International. Stay tuned because I'm going to be leaving the small. It's like a time lapse of images of all the process from the beginning till the end. Big kiss to all my friends who were at Cake International that I had the chance to meet and to hug. To my very, very special friends, Cholis, Rashida, Raquel, and Miriam, because you helped me when I didn't have my bags. And thank you to Saracino for letting me demo on their stand on Sunday, and for allowing me to use their products that I really love. All of this piece is made with Saracino pasta model. And if you want to know more about all of that went on Cake International this weekend, tune in into my podcast. Check out my podcast. I will be leaving the links here. I think at the end of the video you will watch a link as well, where you can hear all that happened, all the fun, all the excitements, and all the emotions about Cake International. And also I'm gonna invite you to listen to the podcast. The Art Cake Coach podcast is especially tailored for cake artists, and my coaching for you is all about helping you manage your time, your social media, taking away the overwhelming feeling of I don't know what to post, I don't know when to post, your mindset towards your business, teaching, and of course being part of cake communities and cake competitions. So I invite you to be part of that family as well. Thank you so much, my friends, and I will leave you as I always leave you. Big kisses, stay safe and stay creative. Watch the end to see the time lapse. See you later. Bye-bye.